Welcome back to my channel, everyone. On today's menu, I'm making these golden diner style pumpkin pancakes glazed with a pumpkin maple syrup and finished with a pumpkin spiced sweet cream cheese topping. Say that 5 times fast. These pancakes do require a good nonstick pan to execute properly, so for this video I'm partnering up with Deluxe Cookware to highlight their hybrid tech sauté pans that combine traditional nonstick with cast iron and stainless steel for a really seamless cooking experience. They back it all up with lifetime warranty, which is very nice to have in your back pocket. I have the link to purchase this set in my description box, as well as ingredients for this recipe. Now let's get into the kitchen. First up on the prep list is to prepare the pumpkin for this recipe, and I'm using it in 2 different ways. I'll be making a roasted pumpkin milk for the batter using large slices of pumpkin and then roasting them off in the pan, and I'm peeling and dicing up some of it to use in the pumpkin maple syrup. Just try to keep them relatively uniform for a really nice presentation. Now that the pumpkin is all prepped out, I'm going to start off by making the roasted pumpkin milk by roasting off some pumpkin in a pan with a good amount of butter. If you've ever tried to work with searing or sauteing gourds, such as a pumpkin or squash, they tend to be quite sticky in the pan, especially if you struggle with heat control. These Deluxe pans are very forgiving with their nonstick tech and can be heated to high temps without the worry of chemicals that are found in traditional nonstick materials. Deluxe Cookware even provided me with a chemical test report for ultimate peace of mind. Once the pumpkin is roasted off on both sides with good color, remove it from the heat, add in the milk, then place it back on low heat to simmer for 10 minutes or until the pumpkin slices are very tender. Just make sure to add in your ground cinnamon, ginger, and cloves so that they steep with everything nicely. When the pumpkin is good and tender, give it a really good mash to release some of its color and flavor into the spiced milk. Then give everything a solid strain, reserve any of the pulp for pumpkin puree if you'd like, and allow the milk to cool down. I will be using this pan again, so give it a quick rinse, and as you can see, these pans basically just wash right out with absolute ease. No scrubbing needed at all, just a really quick wipe and you're back in business. Now that the pumpkin spiced milk has cooled, we're going to make the batter by adding together the all-purpose flour, sugar, the spiced milk, sour cream, and yeast to a mixing bowl. Give this a really good whisk just until there are no lumps, cover with plastic, and allow this to proof for about 2 hours on your counter. Now it's time for the pumpkin maple syrup. So get a small saute pan on medium to high heat and lightly caramelize the diced pumpkin with a good amount of butter. Then you're going to add in the brown sugar and allow that to lightly caramelize as well. Deglaze the pan with a little soy sauce to keep it somewhat in line with the golden diner style pancakes, and finish it off with maple syrup. Reduce all this down by about a quarter, then pour this into a bowl and reserve until you are ready to use it. I'm going for a sweet, buttery cream cheese style topping for this recipe because it just sounded way too good, plus I think I was inspired by a cinnamon roll earlier that day. Nonetheless, you want to whip together softened butter that's been spiced up with cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and fresh vanilla. Add in the brown sugar, which I didn't get on camera, and the whipped cream cheese, then give this a really good mixing until it becomes light and properly incorporated. Cover and put this in the fridge for about 30 minutes to set up. At this point, the first stage of the pancake process should be ready, so remove the plastic, add in your eggs, baking soda, and the remaining all-purpose flour. Give this a really good whisk until everything is well combined, and it's time to start cooking these up. Using a small non-stick saute pan, turn the heat up to medium-high and allow it to come up to temp. Once the pan is hot, ladle in about 1 1/4 cups of batter into the pan and let this cook for about 1 minute on the stove. Once the edges are cooked, transfer this to an oven set to 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 2 to 3 minutes. Once the batter is cooked through and lightly browned on top, remove it from the oven, give it a flip. You can use metal utensils on this pan without any issues, so any spatula will do the job, and turn it out onto a serving plate. Once you have your stack of pancakes ready to go, top them with a generous dollop of the pumpkin spiced sweet cream cheese and finish it all off with a good drizzle of pumpkin maple syrup. And these are ready for the table. I absolutely love playing around with seasonal ingredients when I can, and pumpkin season is no exception. I tend to go a little crazy around this time of year, and I'm always learning something new every time I do, and this recipe is a great example of just that. I honestly had a pleasure working with the Deluxe cookware pans and would definitely recommend them to anyone looking for some really good non-stick pans, and the fact that they have a lifetime warranty on them should speak to their confidence in the product. Again, I have a link in my description box for purchase, so check that out if you're interested. Make sure to drop a comment in the comment section letting me know your thoughts on this recipe. Give it a like and share if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time with another recipe. Later, everybody.